Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Half-time here in the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership clash between the Otahuhu Leopards and the Mount Albert Lions. A brilliant first half, enjoyable rugby league. It was fiercely contested in the middle of the park, but also a game which was fast by nature, and we saw both dummy halves be able to find some success, and no doubt that is due in part to the quality surface they're playing on down here today, and as Troy alluded to earlier, majority synthetic pitch we're playing on. I think it's about an 80-20 split between the synthetic material and the grass, and what it has made for is really a flawless floor for the game to be played on, and the skillful players having a field day off the back of it. Now going to welcome back in Troy Hardy into the commentary team. And Troy, your thoughts from the first half?
I think you've summed that up really well. It's been a super fast game, and it's something Craig Gray picked up on, you know, and maybe that's got something to do with the field. I mean, it's immaculate condition. Just have a look at it on the screen. Really is a fabulous field to be playing rugby league on. In regards to the match, all Otahuhu in the first half, you know, heading in the right direction, getting the rolls on, and then against the grain, you know, you can't underestimate the Lions. They know how to score tries, and they got a sniff in. And then probably for that last 5 minutes in the back half of that first half, the Lions are attacking the line. So it's going to be an interesting 40 minutes. And Otahuhu need to step it up. They need to step it up or get stepped on. And we see the Otahuhu Leopards now starting to grind it out inside their 20, and here come the big boppers.
17, up you get.
Yeah, no one missed on that first hit up. Physical stuff. Falilo Malio it was who threw himself across, and now the ball comes out to the left, and Otahuhu on the break. Uate with the arm free. He's taken down just short of halfway. Todor Purcell now works at 40. Had Tumalora on his shoulder. They'll get a penalty as well.
That's just loose, mate. You got to be careful.
A brilliant first set for the Leopards, and a chance to build some pressure early on here.
Speaking of pressure, mate, you got a couple of scores there for us?
Do indeed. Mangere East up 32-18 at halftime over the Northcote Tigers. That would be considered an upset, I think it's fair to assume, although Mangere East did look very good for periods last week against Point Chevalier, so they're sitting on a handsome lead at the break. That game's been played at Birkenhead as well, as CTAS
Sorry, mate.
tries to keep that ball in play. It's the second time he's hit one of them out. And the other results, Howick up 10-0 over Marist, and Glenora, Point Chevalier, the grand final rematch. It is the Bears who lead 6 points to 4. So a scrum again with Sita touching that one, and he's really a specialist at that, keeping the ball in from penalties. I remember an Auckland representative game against New Zealand Māori back in 2014 or 2015 where he pulled one of those off, kept it in play, and he actually turned the game around. Auckland scored a whole lot of points off the back of it and came back into the match. So a handy skill to have as the Leopards get us back underway. Doyle on the run around. It's well constructed, and Geronimo is taken down just short of the line. Pucky now the dummy half. Looks centre field. Mount Albert get there in numbers, and taken down is Penihuro Toi. Another penalty. Falilo Malio in deep discussions with referee Elliott.
Wait, please. What are you doing, guys?
What do you think? You take the two here or attack the line?
I'd keep attacking. It feels like the momentum's with them right now, and that's going to be exactly what they do. Tumalora, straight and hard, runs it at Ackland and Ropati. Joining in late was Javier. To the left they come now. Uate, look out, Dylan. Uate! Held up.
Held up, boys, on the second. Held up on the second. 12 out to the 10, please.
Went as close as they could have that time without scoring Otahuhu. Where are the big bodies living on this set?
That's 2.
Here's one. Todor Purcell, they miss him out this time. Pucky to Doyle. Danger signs. Doyle skips out of 1, skips out of 2. Eventually taken down. Falilo Malio comes in to finish it off. That didn't look too much fun to be on the receiving end of. Left they come. Todor Purcell. Falilo Malio has been exceptional defensively, Big Sulla. Getting involved in everything and just slowing it down. Pucky accelerates through. Mount Albert holding on by the skin of their teeth.
Shot. Didn't he hit that at speed?
First Otahuhu. Leave it.
And guess who it is that forces the error? Sala Faleloa-Malio with the contact. He was exceptional in that set. He would have been involved in all but one of the tackles, I think, and then comes up with the telling play at the end there to rock that ball free, or at least play a part in it. And Mount Albert survived. Their goal line defence today, considering what's been thrown at them, has been exceptional, Troy.
Yeah, and back to reiterate the big number 8's play today. He's been everywhere. It's exceptional for the Lions. Here comes the working engine now as the Lions start to grind out inside the 10. 20, looking for some big bodies here to get some metres. Referee says do it again.
So the Lions now looking to work back after a fairly rough start to the second half. This is their first use of the football in the second spell. Results from the other competitions: the Crown Lift Trucks Fox Championship, Hibiscus Coast leading Bay Roskill 20 points to 12 as the Lions get to a kick, and it's going to sit up fortuitously for Geronimo Doyle, who will now bring the ball back. So Bluey McLennan's side well positioned for a big victory it would be for them over the Bay Roskill Vikings. They lead 20 to 12 at the break. Papakura well in control, 28 to 6 over Ellerslie at the break. Pukakoi are up over Richmond, 28 to 16, and Te Aratu leading Manurewa. So second division sides leading three of the 4 games. So I had to do the math there. Well, I really can't wait for the full-time results. Now as the Leopards look to advance this ball forward, and Mikaeli on the football then gets set upon by a couple of yellow jerseys.
Back to the game at hand.
Gets the kick away under pressure. Lalinga under it. Takes it cleanly and then looks up and sees nothing but blue in front of him. Skips across and runs into Dylan Uate, which I'm sure was not his intended target. Ropati. 35 off his own line. Ackland now jumps out of dummy half. Looking for a friend, can't find one, says I'll go myself instead. He's 5 short of halfway now. Tackle's still up their sleeve here, Mount Albert. They bump it forward via Javier. Faleloa-Malio goes himself. Last play coming up now. Wallace, Ford.
On the last boy, it's going to be a
Turnover was on last play. So Ford passed the call.
Just hold that ball up, Kemp, until he blows his whistle here. Once it clears the heels, guys. Hold. Go.
Richie Halani. Calls of hold the ball, Richie. Hold the ball. Eventually get him to ground. It takes an age.
That's one.
Jump out and catch the markers.
No marker.
Offside there, he couldn't intervene, and as a result took him for a ride down the field. Left they come now. Uate. Stepping back in field is Nuka Nuka. Uate.
Up and square. Oh, go. That's 4.
Doyle now is the first receiver. Finds Poto, who's on for his second stint. Was nice and strong in his first one. Last play coming up now for Otahuhu. 48 gone, and it is the Leopards who lead 12 points to 4. Doyle will kick. They go up for it out wide. It's claimed by Mikaeli originally. Now is this play on? Off Mount Albert first. Otahuhu will have back-to-back sets coming up. Mikaeli doing well to rise high and claim that one.
pack it down, guys. The Otahuhu feed.
So this will be an Otahuhu feed. Just a few words now on Richard Holani. Game number 50 today. He is the nephew of Otahuhu legend Freddie Torowhenua, and he was the ball boy for the Premier side when they won the Fox back in 2010. Spent a couple of years over in Australia, but back now and forms a crucial part of the team. Has a sister who's an up-and-coming league player on the 14s team as well, and his dad's been involved in management as well. So well done to Richie and family on his achievement today, and well done as well to the Otahuhu club for making an effort to recognise these milestones, and a shout out to Pauline as well, who brought this to my attention this week. Now Doyle heads across field, went close to breaking free. Ackland gets him down in the end with some help from Callum Moore. Nooka now short. Mount Albert resolute on their line, but how much longer can they do it for? Rahiri to Poto, runs it at Ropati, who establishes good first up contact to take him to ground. It's a quick play. The ball now, and they burrow from close range.
You've moved them over once I've called them short.
Short is the call. Told to play the ball. Holani lining up for a carry. Instead they go out the back. Rahiri to Paki. Paki kicks. Chase coming in now. Lalenga will beat everyone to it. It disappears behind the tree, and another set coming up now for the Otahuhu Leopards, who are playing with a really nice patience right now, Troy, which was actually lacking in the first half, and they're getting good kicks away at the end of it.
Yeah, and just the speed, the kinetic of the game is just absolutely fabulous to be able to watch it. And everyone's going at a million miles an hour. The defence, though, for the Mount Albert Lions, just outstanding, just repelling tack after tack after attack. And they're about to have another turn at it. As the boys having a quick breather there, and Mr. Ackland just letting his boys have a quick oxygen break. Here they come again.
Off the legs is the call. It goes 45 on the fly, and then a couple of extra on the bounce, and Bailey Poto then bumps it forward to Rory Ropati.
You're milking it.
Milking the call from Poto. Toi, the dummy half, misses out Poto. Instead links with his playmakers. Both again playing on the ball. Now Doyle, Mikaeli, it's put down. Was that play on is the call? Everyone paused, including the commentators.
Oh, Spurs on the big second rower coming through, and they missed him. He was on the fly.
Paki to Holani. Holani says, get out of my way. Initially to Maddox Rice. They're 15 out from the line now, the Leopards. Hunting away through this brilliant Lions line. Paki dancing. Falilua Malio dishes it out the back. Play on, I think. No, it's not. It's called back for the knock on. And Salah Falilua Malio, I realise I'm going on about it, but his defence today has just been incredible. Once again, he's the man that makes the telling play on that set.
He has done an immense amount of work today, not just on the D. He's also had strong carries. He's been all over the park. Just an outstanding effort today, and has certainly stood up for the Lions pack.
Just behind the line. Front rows, boys. Bend your back. Let's go, front rows. Second. Last man.
Look, he's in the back of the scrum here.
So Ackland shifts it on, and Mount Albert, I think this is only their second set of the second half. So have just got through so much defensive work, and you almost feel as if it wouldn't be strange if Otahuhu were up by 30 at this point. That is how much ball they've had, as Falilua Malio goes for a little dart out of dummy half. Knock on is the call from the side, but play on is the call from the middle referee. The match officials in disagreement over what happened there, and you could hear the call clearly. Here's Salah, gets a chance on the other side of the ball now. Bumps them forward to just over halfway. Trent Wallace, the dummy half. He jumps out, will explore down the short side. Gets a high kick away, pressure on now, and a couple of Mount Albert bodies under it. It's spilt. Petty picks it up. Zero the call. Fraser to Ackland. Ackland now dances his way through. Aidan Ackland, he'll go over. Aidan Ackland over for Mount Albert second. It was messy, but don't take away from the brilliance of Aidan Ackland. Gets the ball and just keeps running until he finds the gap.
Having a look at the SAS Sporting replay, they've just gone against the tide. Throws a big dummy here, step back in off his right. Look at that, split the defence, twist, turn, arm out, 4 points. Well done. And just like that, Lions back into the match.
And where did it come from? Just their second use of the ball in that half. They had done.
Absolutely, yep. And went the length of the field, got a good kick away, and there's a wee bit of pressure on for the Otahuhu Leopard, and, you know, spilt it under pressure. They managed to collect it, and just by against the grain of play.
Yeah.
You know, Otahuhu was scrambling on the line. Now this is where the mental comes in. Do they have the mental to come back, the Otahuhu Leopards, and to keep steep, you know, applying the pressure?
Ackland on target. 2-point ball game. 54.5 minutes gone. And it is the Lions who just refuse to go away in this contest. So good on the defensive end, and then take their chances on the attacking end. And really, they've only had probably 4 decent attacking sets in the whole game. They've scored off 2 of them.
There you go. There you go. Here's Mick Curran will be turning over a new Sapporo can on that one. There we go. That's the call for the Leopards. A hard set. They want to get down there and contain them. Get the ball back. Here we go.
High restart, fielded by
Off
Wallace.
the back fence. Look who it is.
Falilua Malio says, well, I can do hard as well. Takes it straight back at them. Trent Wallace has had a brilliant game. Has done everything asked of him so far now as they threaten through the middle. Wallace was looming in support. Fraser back on for his second stint. Links with Cully Cully.
It's going up tempo now. The Lions are going up tempo. All the boys are engaged.
Wallace, Ackland. Got the starting front row combination back on by the looks. Mount Albert. Short side they go. Tafui. It's met by Porto. Last play now. Ackland on the ball. Gives it to Wallace and says, Trent, you can have this one. Another high one to Fariu, who takes it this time. Shakes off the demons from the last one.
Absolutely, he needed to. That's a confidence play there.
Yep, you're good now.
Troy mentioned it. Mount Albert have lifted the tempo. Can Otahuhu go with them now? First couple of players would suggest so. Geronimo Doyle, and they get a penalty. Well, that will help. That will help.
All that hard work. Cool heads prevail now. Leopards just need to show a little bit of patience as they chew off some metres. This could be a turning point in the game.
Doyle puts that one safely into touch. Perhaps fresh in his mind that Corey Sita has got touches on 2 of them and sacrificed a few metres to put that one safely out. Del Nuarte gets us underway. Great carry, great play of the ball. Patillo back on for his second stint. He was the key man in the first half who really sparked Otahuhu off the back of these strong carries. Bailey Porto now. Patillo to Tumaloa. They change direction on them. Tumaloa gets bumped to ground eventually, and Matui Cully Cully is involved in that one. He's had some good touches in this game. Has Cully Cully some really strong carries. Rahiri shuffles it out the back. Doyle. Mikaeli now, he's got yellow jerseys all around him. Steps back and finds some space. Last play coming up now for Otahuhu. Doyle is the dummy half. It will go to Paki. It's high. Patillo is under it. So is Corey Sita and Ackland. It's allowed to bounce. Cleaned up by Lilinga, who gets an offload away. And then Petty it is who will be taken down about 15 off his own line. What a brilliant game. And if you're just tuning in, well, you've missed the start of arguably the best game we've live streamed this year in terms of quality. It's had everything. The tempo scintillating right now as Falilua Malio takes a brave carry. Remember, the full replay will be available on the Auckland Rugby League YouTube channel. and aucklandleague.co.nz after the game. Tafui now bumps forward. Fraser jumps out, gets an offload away as well. Cully breaks free. Wallace into open space now. He's looking for someone on his left-hand side. Eventually links with Palu to Ropati, pops it. Petty has gone forward and ended what could potentially have been one of the tries of the season. It dies on a forward pass, but that had everything.
I've got no words. That was just awesome play. I mean, that's at 100 miles an hour, and those guys just tore it up. Look at the vibe in the guys on the field. I mean, that's just wicked.
Wait for the out call. Don't go early. Take it, boys.
2 points in it. 2 points in it.
Front rows, guys.
Heart in the mouth stuff.
Come on, Otahuhu. When you're ready, half.
So ball in, and the Leopards go back to work. You just feel like an error will be the thing to change it right now, particularly coming out of yardage. It's sitting delicately in the balance. Who will it be to take advantage here and go on and pick up what will be a crucial 2 competition points? The Leopards now work it out via Uate, who promotes some second phase, and then Patillo, the former Mount Wellington Warrior. He will be taken down just short of the 40. Doyle to Porto, going low bravely was Fraser, finished off by Ropati. Tamaloa jumps out, steals 10 metres, goes up over halfway. They need a good kick here. Last play coming up. Doyle kicks low. It's scrappy, but it's effective, and will bounce out 10 metres out. Well, that is a brilliant set from the Otahuhu Leopards.
They needed it, mate. That passage of play was just scintillating. Everyone's sort of regathering, aren't they, as they walk in to pack the scrum out?
You and I are regathering in the commentary box, gasping for air. And you're right, it's just been an incredible game on the whole, but particularly the second half. It's just gone to another level.
When you're ready, half. 6, 9, 9, 9.
So Mount Albert with an early spread. Palo was met by Tane Paki, and that's a good first up contact from the much smaller halfback. Gets out just in time before he's penalised. Ropati now tasked with a hard carry. Runs it at Holani. Patillo goes low, and in to help as well was Vaiafisi. Salah met head on that time and goes nowhere. Fraser to Ackland. Break down the right-hand side. Fourth tackle. Ackland to Wallace. Wallace juggles. Last play coming up now. The game of chess continues. Mount Albert, your move. Ackland. Ackland breaks through. Aidan Ackland, numbers either side, goes out to his right. The ball comes up over the top, and it's going to spill out. It's going to be a knock-on anyway.
I don't know if we can get a quick action replay on that. Was that a fake at the kick of the ball? He shaped the kick and then basically threw a dummy and split them. Did too.
You're right. Genius.
Oh, he gets those skills from his mother. Look at that. And that, I would have thought he'd gone close on the close pass, and he went wide.
With the beauty of hindsight, he probably takes the option to his left there. I think he had Falilo Malio screaming down. Well, very well for us to say from our padded seats in the commentary box. But anyway.
Oh, is that a drop?
Otahuhu feed, knock on from Mount Albert. There was a strip in there.
Listen to the crowd going off. I mean, what a day of rugby league. Just a fantastic match.
Update on some second half results. Point Chevrolet have gone out to a big 24-6 lead over Glenora. Mangere East 38-24 over Northcote. As Otahuhu now ruck this ball out, and they're going to play football here. The pressure is not telling on either team, and that's what's making the quality of the game right now. Both teams throwing everything at each other. And still 16 minutes to play. Ropati arrives late to finish that one off and then gets out just in time. Did really well that time. Patilo. Vaifisi.
Lani, up you get. Oh, go. That's 3.
Ooh,
Little juggle
just
from
missed a
Wharton
car crash.
Benedict. Wharton Benedict says, I'm not quite done yet. Eventually they take him to ground. They're 40 out from the line.
Go. That's 4.
Patilo to Vaifisi. They'll change direction on them now. Rahiri. Last play coming up. Patilo to Doyle. Doyle will go high. Linger is under it. Ball is loose. It's play on. Otahuhu have got it. Now they pop it out the back, and Fraser is well positioned to clean it up, and eventually it finds its way to Petty.
Up now. Oh, go. That's 1.
Lilinga comes in. Says to his forwards, I'll do a little bit of work.
Hold. Go. That's 2.
They're blowing hard now, the Mount Albert forwards. And look at the backs. On cue, they're coming in looking to help out here. It's been a draining encounter so far, and there's still a long way to go yet. Fraser, Wallace. Oh, and massive contact! Tana Leafy. Wallace gets the kick away. Inside is the call. Is this a 40-20? Outside. Outside the final call. Tana Leafy. What a hit that was. And then Trent Wallace comes within inches, I would think, of a 40-20. The Felds Park faithful can't believe it. So it'll be an Otahuhu feed. Falelo Amalio keen to adjudicate. Elliot says, I don't need your help on this one. Time off.
What's he saying?
Yeah, and you know why? Because you guys moved forward and played the ball, so I stayed where I was.
There's nothing too much in that. Talk around scrum formation, I think.
Down, boys.
Mount Albert perhaps quite cleverly chewing off a couple of extra seconds for a rest there. Play on, and we're back into it.
Up 2. Oh, go. That's 1.
I need to complete here.
Look at the line speed.
Yeah.
Falelo Amalio times 2. They've gone hunting. The crowd's getting into it. Patilo, Wharton Benedict.
In the background,
Here we go.
Starting to fire up now, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't run in. Don't run in.
And this is where cooler heads now really need to prevail.
Release.
And the intensity in the last 15 minutes, I mean, it's just been going off down here. The horns are barking, she's all on. And the crowd.
Just stay over there, Corey.
So eventually they start to peel out from the melee. It looked like it was Richard Halani, perhaps the chief instigator from an Otahuhu point of view, and there was too many bodies around, you couldn't really see what started it.
Well.
Although it's not quite finished just yet. So we await the decision on this one.
This is the first Chehu today.
He's our captain. That's enough now. I've talked enough now. He's your captain, guys. Okay, take him back. Go back to the 20. Take all your boys back to the 20. Back to the 20.
So Geronimo Doyle told to take his team back. He wants to have a word here, Elliot, with the two captains.
Back to the 20, boys. Aiden. Yep. Aiden. That's right. It'll be dealt with. 3 and 12. 14 teams together. The 14 teams together, then the other 2 have got fouled. I'll say no punches though. Okay.
No punches thrown. Lots of push and shove.
3 and 12. Connor. Which number? 3 from Otahuhu, 12 from Mount Albert. 3 from Otahuhu. And the 14
So being called out, it is Nuka Nuka from Otahuhu and Tafui for Mount Albert.
Yep.
Now, I don't think there'll be too much action taken here. We'll wait for the official call. But certainly the early indication was it was push and shove and not too much else.
14.
Johnny Falelo Malio as well is being called out.
Now, boys, just let me do the talking here.
It was mounting there. There was pressure cooker, and it certainly, you know, it bubbled over.
Bit of push and shove. You guys, 3 and 12. Don't need it, guys. Penalty's going to be against your 14. He's come running from a long way away and lifted the level a whole heap higher. Okay? We're not going to have him coming running in like that. Okay, we have had that chat before. Salah, don't need it.
So the wash up of all of that, we're going to have a penalty to Otahuhu. Johnny Falelo Malio cautioned for coming in from a long way back and getting involved, and it was Nuka Nuka and Tafui who were involved initially, and there you see it. A mark that really, that was just tension boiling over. There was really nothing doing there as we see time blown back on, and this will be a Leopards penalty, and they will kick for touch here. You wonder how that break now affects the dynamic. It had been fierce end-to-end stuff for the best part of 20 minutes. So Doyle puts that one into touch, and the set will start 40 out from the line. Leopards leading by 2, less than 15 to play. Connor Todor Purcell puts his hand up for the first carry. Petilo. The line speed is good though from Mount Albert.
Oh, his quick spline speed. Oh! He just ripped out of the line.
Holani. Falelo Malio got it. Todor Purcell now gets rid of Ackland. Still going as Connor.
Strength.
Petilo. Left side they attack. Looking for a gap. Falelo Malio comes in late. Way too late.
Look at him. It's still bubbling.
And look at Todor Purcell there, throwing his own player out, and wise of Connor there, because there was absolutely no need for that. The penalty's already gone their way, and some of the young bucks in this Otahuhu team starting to get a little carried away here. Connor gives them the reminder. 2 points up here, and we just got a penalty our way. Mount Albert are going to get a talking to again.
Would have loved to see the replay on the 14 coming out of the line. I mean, he's done it twice today.
Wait, fella, 9, stay out.
Trying to get a shoulder on the big guy. Just about broke him in half.
Had enough. He's come in. We just had a chat. We've got a swinging arm, third man in.
Swinging arm, third man in, and Falelo Malio will take a seat. 10 in the bin for Salah.
Just walk with Salah, please. No, leave it. Salah.
So Falelo Malio is filthy. Gives him a serve on the way past as well. So Salah makes his way to the sideline. Otahuhu to have a one-man advantage for the next 10 minutes. Doyle
On your line, boys.
dinks that one into touch.
Stay on, boys. Wait. Play on.
Uate gets things going. Dylan Uate, he's over the line. He's held up though.
Held up, boys, on the first. Easy. Out to the 10, guys.
You know, losing one of your big defenders inside the 10 like that, that's, you know.
That's 1.
Petilo to Todor Purcell. The co-captain charging. Connor will go close. Pulled down just short. Petilo at the play of the ball. They want a quick one. Holani's lining up. Holani goes low and gain 50. Short. Patillo plays out the back. Doyle dances through, but Wallace and Fraser, brilliant defensively.
That's 3.
Patillo jumps out. Leonard Patillo looking for a little half gap. They just keep showing up. Remarkable defense from Mount Albert. Whatever happens herein, what an effort. Kick goes in behind. They're chasing. It's going to go dead, I think.
He's tapped it over, I'm pretty sure.
Goal line.
Yeah.
Well spotted, Troy. Tapped out at the death. And I mean, on the very last bounce, they had to make a play at it.
The wave of blue's about ready to fire up and come again.
On or behind, boys.
Back we go. Knocker knocker. They'll start the set 20 out from the line. Tackles to play with. A one-man advantage. What can the Leopards put together? This is Wharton Benedict. He's set upon quickly down low by Fraser.
Go. That's 2.
Rahedi. High knees it into the line and then gets taken down. 10 out.
All the way.
There's got to be a gap somewhere.
That's 3.
Can the Leopards find it though? Paki, back in field. Halani carries a couple with him, but he's short. Patillo, watch for the dart. The play of the ball's too slow.
That's 4.
They clear it. Rahedi to Doyle. Doyle misses out. Uate, the ball's loose.
Knock on.
Knock on.
Boys. It's only 4. Off the line, fella. Be a scrum down, boys. Send that trainer. Send the trainer. Off. Trainer's on the field.
Nine to play.
Okay,
Leopards lead by 2.
No.
We might see the bin man back with a few minutes to go.
Bend your back, prop. When you're ready, half. Right. That's good. Yeah.
Wallace
Release.
threatens to go through the line.
Oh, go. That's 1.
Ackland now. They come centre field, Mount Albert. A man down. They must complete their sets and they must get down the other end. Here's Ropati, who's set upon by Leonard Patillo, who has been outstanding at dummy half. Faliloa Malio.
11. Release.
Brother in the bin.
That's 3.
Johnny's still out there and doing his very best for Mount Albert.
9. That's 4.
Lelinga. Ackland to the line. Stuck his nose through. He wasn't going to escape the grasp of Total Purcell on that occasion. Trent Wallace now goes high. An awkward one here for Otahuhu. It bounces. It's going to go safely dead, but not a bad set from Mount Albert, all things considering. Neither team appearing in a hurry to pack this scrum down, remembering the Lions keen to chew off every second they can, with Sulla, by my count, with about 5 left in the bin.
8 minutes. You need to get your mouth guard, mate.
Yeah, you'd think Otahuhu want to set and go, wouldn't you? We're still clocking off time here.
Time off now.
And maybe that was fortuitous, as one of the bookends is rolling off back into the park.
I'm told we're all locked up at Birkenhead War Memorial, 38-38, and in fact Northcote have just taken the lead, 40 points to 38. Remarkable action around the grounds today, and Point Chevalier well in control now against Glenora, 34-18.
Yeah, so that's given everyone a great little breather.
Time back on. Seconds in. Front row's getting your back.
What can the Leopards do from here?
Let him feed it, prop. Right.
Pucky feeds, and they come out. Mikaeli taking the ground. You would think the call for the Leopards will be just complete the set. Don't make a mistake down here and give Mount Albert a chance to equalise or take the lead while they're a man down. Let's make them work for it. Ball comes loose. Knock on from Mount Albert. And actually, this may be a Mount Albert feed.
Really?
The ball was punched away as if it had gone against Mount Albert. Let's wait for the call.
I got you now. Okay, boys, let's do this. Front rows, please. Please, 7 now. Front rows.
Mount Albert feed.
Second.
Here we go. It will start 40 out from the line. Wallace will get first use of the football. He will quickly move it on to Foniteka Lelinga, this lanky fullback. Palu, the captain, is the dummy half. Goes to Wallace, who then goes to Rory Ropati. Runs it straight at Richie Halani. Falilu Amalio, a looping ball over the top, which finds Kali Kali. Picks out just about the two biggest blokes on the field, runs it straight at them, and Wharton, Benedict, and Total Purcell. Right they go. Ackland short. Trent Wallace calling the shots in the background. They'll go short side. Lelinga. Lelinga shakes out a 1. Still going. Ball pops. Knock on. Forward pass, I think, will be the technical ruling on that one. So Leopards ball at the end of it. By our count, 5 to play. Salafalilu Amalio will get his boarding pass within the next 2 minutes back onto the field. We'll be back to 13 on 13 for the closing exchanges.
How good's Mount Albert been in the bin time? 12 guys on the field. They're on the attack.
Handled it beautifully. It's not over just yet, though, as the Leopards look to go down again. And how much is it weighing on the Leopards' mind that 2 weeks in a row they've lost in the dying exchanges? How nervous are they right now? Holani bumps the ball forward, got the arm free. Dare say George Carmont will be screaming, no offload, it's come loose! Oh, unbelievable!
He had 4 on him, and I was just about to say we need patience here, and the ball spills. Here come the Lions, ladies and gentlemen.
Left side they go! Rory Lopati! Oh, the diving finish, I don't think he got there!
Wait for the call. Wait for the
Pointed
call.
to the spot! The Lions have scored. They have taken the lead. Down a man with hardly any ball for the second half, and it is Rory Ropati hiding out on the wing. Let's take a look. Oh, brilliant. I called it wrong on the live vision. Rory Ropati, that is spectacular. And a great call from the match official as well on the spot.
He was right there. As we look at the action replay, starting from the play the ball area, Rory's read it early. He's just started to drift left. He's playing like his old man John Rapati. He's going, I'm out here. Took the ball beautifully. It was open gateway, and from this point, he had a wee bit of work to do. Boom.
It's fine. What a finish.
This is heartbreak in the Otahuhu town. What a finish.
I can't get over what a great call that was from the officials as well. There was no hesitation. Grannis, I think it is, out on this line on the spot.
And Touchy was there.
And it was one of those ones, I called it wrong live. I thought the ball had gone out. It's all good. Salafalilu Amalio is back on the field. There's a kick to come.
What a game. And it ain't over yet.
Ackland taking all of the time he can. Strikes it. It's away to the left. 2 points the gap.
It's the first time they've led today too. Well, it's now or never for the Otahuhu Leopards.
Ready to go.
Well, we've had the best job in the world today. What a game to call. Doyle will go short.
On 10.
It's gone 10. Beautifully claimed, Huani. Rogers Brown. That's the biggest play of the match right there. If he lets that loose, pressure is straight back on. And now Mount Albert.
I think the biggest play, mate, was the try scored in the corner. Oh, he's got the ball.
Every 10 seconds, there's another bigger play. It's been that kind of day.
He's got cramp.
Mikaeli set upon. Likely their last use of the football. All or nothing. Toto Purcell goes forward. Takes 3 with him. Falilo Malio involved. Paki. Patillo is the dummy half. Leafy. Patillo, quick play the ball. Look out! Patillo! He's over! We're going to need to check it.
Wait for it.
We're going to need to check it.
I've got my opinion. Let's leave it. Yeah, quick catch or something.
Let's listen in.
Here's the action replay.
Try.
It's awarded.
It's a try. Otahuhu are going to win. What an incredible game. It all starts with this. Such a brilliant carry from Tana Leafy, and then look at this. They're just tired, Mount Albert. Patillo, he's been just about their best on ground. He jumps out. There's no one home. And then at the end, Brave fights his way over. Looked like a try straight away. Mount Albert were claiming otherwise.
Welcome back. And as we wait for the kick to come, the hill is just lit up here at Fells Park. It was heartbreak one moment, rejoice.
Time off.
And before that Lions try, the Otahuhu team were rejoicing down here. They were high-fiving, and then all of a sudden you could feel a pin drop to come back.
Leopards lead by 2. By our count, we're over 80. Of course, it's not perfectly in line with the
match officials up, Corey. He's on his
match
feet.
manager. So
Leopards are going to be losing their spots any minute now.
kick good.
They're racing back for the kickoff. There it
Siren
is.
goes.
Show the hill, show the hill.
A remarkable victory for the Otahuhu Leopards. 18 points to 14 over Mount Albert. With 2 to play, it looked over. The Lions scored in the corner. They were ahead. And then Leonard Patillo, he jumps out and steals victory for the Leopards. An incredible game to call. I trust you've enjoyed the coverage. A very short break for us before we are joined by both captains for their post-match reaction.
Thanks, Aiden. Thanks, champ.
Connor, find some words for me. A game that had it all, and you win it there on the last play of the game. Yeah, how do you describe it?
I'd call it a fairy tale, really, mate. I mean, it's no final. We've got a long way to go, but to come out with an 80-minute effort like that after a rough 2 weeks that we've had is incredible. Big ups to my boys. You know, we had a few players coming back. I think it all comes down to congratulate Richie Lani on his 50th Fox Memorial game too. And magic.
How much was it weighing on your mind? Obviously the heartbreak of the last 2 weeks, you lost in the dying stages. Was that weighing on your mind in those closing minutes?
100%. I think straight from half time, you know, we took a similar road to what we've taken the last 2 weeks, like you said, up at half, and we didn't come away with those 2 results. So it's been the talk, you know, first week of the top 8 too coming in. We really needed a win to bounce back and sort of stay in touch with that top 4 is what we're aiming for. So those 2 losses, they're in our minds, and I'm proud the boys could use that to come away with 2 points today.
You laid a great platform for him, but Leonard Patillo out of dummy half, exceptional today.
Yeah, he's been amazing all year for us. I think his calmness, collectedness, he's pick and chooses when he runs and when he goes. Teams better watch out.
Connor, thank you very much for joining us. Well done on the victory, and we'll see you again in a few weeks.
Thank you. See you then.
Well, Lani, thank you first of all for joining us, mate. This can't be an easy time to take it, but mate, you must have thought you had it won with 2 to go.
Mate, I know it's a tough game out there. I can't believe the ref. It is what it is in the field. We just lost on the last 2 minutes. There's a few tough call out there by the decision by the ref, but we can't change the mind. Yeah, our boys, I like for the loss. Well done, Otahuhu. They have a good game out there. They fight for that 2 point. But anyway, I like to look forward for next week game.
Your goal line defence was exceptional. You had hardly any ball in the first half, and for most of the start of the second half. You must be extremely proud of the way your team defended.
Well, excellent deal with the boys in the first half. First half, Otahuhu, they only got the whole set on the first half, but they only scored 2 tries in the first half. But our boys, they pretty stuck out there on their wall, hang out there and keep out their line. Also on the first half, yeah.
Lani, thank you again for joining us, and all the best for the rest of the Premiership. You're obviously well positioned inside that top 4, so good luck for the coming weeks.
Cheers, thank you very much. Cheers, thanks.
All right, that concludes our coverage here. We're live again from Kelston on Wednesday afternoon, live from 4 o'clock. All the details available on aucklandleague.co.nz. We'll see you then.